Yeah, hello and welcome, classic kind of non-master volume amp aficionados, or just people who watch my channel who don't really care about what I review, which is also good. Today, we're reviewing half an amp. The other half, they didn't send to me. It's still on the way. So we're gonna review the left half of it. Actually, show them what we're... Go to the beautiful slidey, no, to the slidey cam. Come on, slidey. Come on. It's not sliding right now, but technically that's supposed to move. So we have the Laney LA30BL. Or is it CL? I can never remember. I think it's BL. Yes, LA30BL. Let's talk terminology. A little bit confusing. Wait a second. So the amp is called the LA30BL, but it doesn't say it on the amp. It says Laney sound. So okay, I have to look it up every single time at Thomann what the amp is called when I want to reference it, because it doesn't say on the amp. Apparently it is the Tonny Iommi amp, if I get that correctly, who I think played for the Beatles at some point in time. I don't know. He's like some guitar player. Didn't he used to play like 7 or 8 strings early on? Pantera? I don't know. This guy got a thing, and British man made black music. On Saturdays. So, I'm gonna get so much shit for this. Hopefully not from Tony. Hey, Tony. So, this is a super classic-y amp, meaning one channel, non-master volume. And Laney took that into account, that these things get shitty loud, and only gave it 30 watt. Yet 30 watt, shitty loud. It has the classic 4 inputs on the way you can't see it over there. With bass and treble inputs, low and high. Obviously, we're going to go through all of them. And the amp right now clocks in at $899. It is super classic. One channel, loud as fuck. It only distorts when you crank it up, so don't plan on playing this in your bedroom or living room. 4 inputs. If you show the back of the amp, we have set up a camera only to show you that we didn't need to set up a camera. Because there literally is nothing. There's no effects loop, there's no anything. There is speak outs. And that's about it. Which is fine. So right now the amp, as of the filming of this video, clocks in at $899. The cab that it's on is called the, I know this, LA212. It clocks in at almost as much as the amp, $689. It comes with wheels, which I didn't put on there, but that's nice because those cabs are big. It looks 412-ish, but it's not. It's 212s with a, go back to the cab view, a speaker here and a speaker at the bottom left over there. So one there and one up here. It's a very fat sounding 212 because it has a lot more room. Matches the amp perfectly. And now we go into the setup. In order to not kill myself in this room, I'm running the LA30BL into the aux up there, which I'm also using to show you some sounds, but not only. So you're gonna hear some aux sounds with a simulated 412 with creambacks. The cab that matches it has greenbacks. Greenbacks? The aux one is cream backs. Creamback. Hazelnut, Leslie? She doesn't know. She just put something in there. Love. She made it with love. Or le love in French. L'amour, I know. She says it's called spit. So, greenbacks, creambacks. In addition to sounds from the aux, you get the cab. Mic'd with an MTP 440 from Lewitt, which is very SM57-like, and a large diaphragm condenser, which is the LCT 640TS. I also have two LCT 340s in front of me, which are miking the room in stereo. See, right on that stick up there, right there. You know, those. So you're getting room sound in stereo, you're getting the cab, you're getting the aux. And I'm using the aux to attenuate the amp, probably by a good 50%, which is still loud as fuck. We're gonna see how it takes pedals. And in front of the amp on the floor, I have the Tonny Iommi signature boost, which is le brilliant, as they say in Portugal. That's absolutely amazing, and obviously it fits the amp, so we're gonna see how that works together. I also have powered with a Mission Engineering 529, and I also have a Ventris from Source Audio for some cleans to put some nice reverb on it, which the amp can do. It's a very pedal-friendly amp when you don't crank it up. As soon as you crank something like this, the power amp starts to be saggy and saturated, and which is cool for some of those very big blown-up classic rocky sounds. You can bridge the inputs on the amp, for which I have a bridgie cable. It's not called a bridgie cable, don't be stupid. So that's the setup. Room sound, cab sound, aux sound, giraffe sound. So the amp has two AX7s, two 34s, because it's British. That's all you need to know. Yeah, come on, why not? We're gonna start with a telly. Very unlikely that that's your setup, because you want to probably rock more than that. Rock Morninov. Rock Morning. No, can't make that work. So we're going to go into the treble in. Really, all you can do is take the gain down. That's all you can do. For such a rock machine, that's a pretty damn cool clean sound. I'm gonna hit the Ventris and put a dome on it, an E-dome. Now, you don't have a volume because the volume is drive. So if you wanted to use this as a pedal platform, which apparently works pretty well, keeping the headroom clean, you would want it where it's set up right now. But that means you can't make it louder. So if you want more volume on stage, you're going to have that with a monitoring system, because it's not a flexible amp in terms of volume. Know that for a studio, this is cool. You're now hearing the aux. Back to mics. Gets a little bit duller when we go into the bass input. A little bit rounded off if your guitar's too bright, but I like the bright. It's not too bright. It's just right! A little bit less input there. For hotter guitars. So if you have a modern guitar, maybe active pickups or just higher output pickups, you might want to use number 2. Number 2 is poop. If you're wondering, because you hear it for the first time, what the crap is that guy on? Coffee. With spit in it, apparently. Come on, growing up's overrated. Yep. Leslie's saying I should move that guitar. Well, I'll move it right now. Because now we're gonna go with this thing. We know it can do cleans, but come on, cleans are lame. Let's give it some spring. Only the room mics. That's just nice. Let's see what happens if we bridge it while it's still cleanish. In German that means clinical, but that's not what we want. Automatically blows up. More on that later. So now, of course, let's do what you want, which is we'll blow it up. Let's blow it up a bit. You now hear the aux. Technically, that's all you need for classic rock. I'm sorry to say, you don't need more than that. AC/DC never had more drive than that. Let's see what happens. Presence all the way gone. Subtle, I like that. Bass all the way in. Those knobs are huge! Middle. All the sounds are brilliant. It's a subtle EQ, but it's great. No treble. It's not a jazz amp, come on. I don't know any songs from the Beatles, but let me see. Might even be in a different key. I don't even know. I could play these at some point. I don't remember. I'm gonna get so much hate. That's classic rock. Let's blow shit up. You hear how it's blowing up, how it's compressing, saginating. Now that blown up, let's push it with the Black Country Customs, which is apparently the British arm of Laney. There's too many terms. The boost, that's what I'm saying. Only the room mics. Fascinating. It's all blown up, but all the notes are there. It's fully blown up. It's loud as fuck. I'm pushing it with the boost, and yet all the notes are there. The boost adds gain, but it also adds clarity. It takes away some of the mushiness, which again is something you might want. Let's have it blown up and bridge the shit out of it. With the boost, it's just tighter. So with boost and fully blown up right here. No boost and rolled back. Yes, it cleans up. I mean, it's one channel. What else do you want to know? So what do I think? At $8.99, this is a rock monster. Having a really high-end feeling, made in England apparently. One channel, just classic rock, no compromises made, no frills, no features. Beast is great. Combine it, I mean, when you order it, combine it with the Black Country Customs Tonny Iommi Boost, because those two are made for each other. The Boost makes it tighter, a little bit leaner, not so blown up, adds gain. It's a great feeling, and I think as long as you're playing punk, classic rock, Guns N' Roses-y type stuff, all that, it's phenomenal. Even the cleans are amazing when you roll back. So for a studio, this has a lot more to offer than you might think. However, you want to play metal, even though that band that man was in could be considered metal, but that was early metal. Modern metal, no, because the headroom isn't there. You want a lot of watts so that you don't use them, so that you have that attackiness. And what this amp does brilliantly is blow up. So you don't have the chunk, you know, it's not a genty kind of an amp or a modern metal beast. It is classic rock sound pretty much to perfection. Not the high gainy Friedman kind of a sound where, you know, you have like that modded plexi kind of a thing. No, it's blown up power chord goodness. Really cool leads with the boost. You'll have to find out how to get your delay and reverb happening there, because obviously no effects loop. You'll have to add that later or in the board. Front of house guy. Bang for the buck. $8.99 for something this fucking loud. I mean, I have it on 50% in here because I couldn't sit next to it when I blow it up. The cab is at $680 or whatever. I don't want to say a little bit pricey, but compared to the amp, it's like, whoa, dude. A 212 for almost 700 is a little bit much, but it is a perfect match. It's a perfect companion. Therefore, you should probably buy both because they look pretty together and it's like a mini stack that absolutely delivers. Again, you play punk, you play hard rock, you play classic rock. It's as good as those sounds will ever get. Which is also why it's staying here. In the hole right there behind me. That's where it lives. So that I have a non-master volume classic rock amp that I can push with boosts and overdrives that I'm showing you, which is great for that. So I want to thank Tom from Laney and the people from Laney and Laney and I think is it Simon? I want to say Simon. That might be not the name. I want to thank you guys. Links below, animals at the end. Patreon is a good thing to support me. Really, trust me, do it. And I'll see you later.